Hi students, the next important chapter in business ethics is environmental ethics. What do you mean by environmental ethics? That is, it is the branch of the ethics which studies the relationship between human and the environment and studying about how ethics play a role between the human and the environment. This is called as environmental ethics. In case of business, there are two environment. One is external, another one is internal. External environment which plays a major role in the company's business prospects. The next one is the principles of business ethics. The principles of business ethics are the features of business ethics. Number one is the discipline, studying the moral relationship between the human and the non-human. Then the ethical relationship between human and the nature. The business must give respect to nature because nature it is very important to all. So the business must give very much importance to the nature. That is the first point. Then the business must maintain harmonious relationship with other species. That it must give respect to nature. It must give importance to the other species like land, water, everything. It must be planned for long term. Environmental ethics must be planned for a future strategic long term planning. Then the clear documentation is required for environmental protection. What are the various activities that the business is taking care relating to environmental protection? It must have a clear documentation. Then budget must be prepared for environmental management. A certain amount must be set aside for environmental protection every year. Then the coordination of the environmental activities within the organization is required. Then suggest various environmental implemental measures. This is regarding the features of environmental ethics. Next one is environmental pollution. If environmental ethics is not followed, automatically pollution will be the result. Pollution is what is pollution? It is defined as the addition of the constituents to water, air or land by way of human activities and damage the environment which adversely affect the natural quality of the environment. The materials which cause pollution or they are called as pollutants. Next, the various types of pollutions you may already know: air, water, noise, land. Then what is thermal pollution? It is relating to power supply. Marine is relating to sea. Nuclear is relating to atomic substances. Then solid waste is relating to solid particles put in the waste. Then the disaster related pollution, it is based on the earthquake, tsunami, lot of death and lot of wastage material will be coming out from each and every one house, land and sea. Then it will cause some pollution. This is regarding the various types of pollution. The next one is the importance of pollution control. The pollution control must be made. That is important. It is very important for to save the environment, to prevent the health hazards, to prevent economic losses, to avoid natural disaster. To save the environment, pollution control is required. Health hazard is any health untoward it is happening, it must be prevented. Then to prevent the economic losses and to avoid the natural disaster, this pollution control is required. Next one is the approaches to control pollution. There is a measure, various measures taken by the government to control pollution. First, self-regulation. Every business must be self-regulatory. Pollution standards to be maintained. Environmental audit must be conducted. Legal measures to be followed properly. Certain activities like cutting trees must be banned by the government. Other approaches like noise pollution tolerance norms, introduction of audit, pollution control board in every state must monitor all the activities. They must get the right to close the industries which cause pollution. This is regarding the various approaches to control pollution. The next one is the legislations as to environmental pollution. There are various acts passed by the government for environmental protection. Number one is Environmental Protection Act 1986, Factories Act 1948, legislations relating to hazardous waste, Natural Environmental Tribunal Act, National Environmental Tribunal Act, Water Pollution Act and Air Pollution Act. These are the various acts passed to protect the environment by the government. Ethics relating to environmental protection. What are the ethics to be followed for protecting the environment? Number one is self-responsibility. Everyone must be self-responsible. Disposal of waste must be minimized. Pollution control must be made properly. Concern for future generation. It is sustainability. It must be given very much importance. You must not waste the resources. lesser consumption of natural resources. Natural resources must be used to a minimum level. Reduction in the forest destruction, that is deforestation, must be avoided. Human interest in the ecosystem and environmental ethics to be followed. Human interest is very important in case of ecosystem. This is regarding environmental protection. If you are interested in my videos, you can subscribe my channel, you may like my channel, you share my videos. Thank you.